preserve your life and give you the wisdom to guide us. Our national president and state president, Mommy Bukola Dosunmu. We call you Chief, I call you Mama. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for what you have been. Thank you for the sacrifice of your tenure. To every key participants in the Gwagwalada area council here today, our leaders, our past leaders, all the various past executives of Gwagwalada area council. I want to save time so that I can just go straight to the topic. I want to start greeting everybody. But you are all important, and I'm so excited that we have almost a complete hour. Many people don't know the story of NAPPS in FCT, let alone in Gwagwalada. And that's why I'm so excited that Barrister was able to make it here today. Star International School, thank you so much for all the foundation work you did that we're building up on today. I want to appreciate the outgoing chairperson, my one and only Mrs. Star, the planning committee, for the honor to speak at a moment like this. Yes, I know that we're not only here to celebrate, they want us to reflect on future. When I saw the topic, I said, you should let us relax. They said, no, ma, this is an opportunity to gather us together. Let's have a bit about the issues that are really pressing on us. And that is why we're here today, discussing education. But before I go on, I really want to commend the attendance at this event today. If you're a school owner here, and you actually paid the fees to be at this program and you are here, you deserve a round of applause. If you're not celebrate yourself. And I know what I'm saying, I'm not whining you. I'm trying to tell you that NAPPS has actually grown. That we're having a program like this. I kept looking at the list, I said, with this list, I know that these are not people that get crashed. As at the other, I think I saw like 39. And then it went on to 50, and I think almost 60 something. 72. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. This is very good. And I pray that God will continue to prosper our schools. It's not easy. But beyond the fun and relaxation today, beyond their words, the certificates, there are deeper questions we should ask ourselves, and I'm going to go very fast so that we can move on and begin to devour our meals. So, the new curriculum. So the key thing about the new curriculum is that it has presented a major shift in the thinking. For many years, our curriculum just used to cover content, syllabus, and then more or less preparation for tests and exams. But today, the focus is changing. And we have moved towards developing skills, building competencies, shaping values, and preparing learners for real life. So it is no longer about how much our students know. It is about what they can do and who they can become with what they can do. The prospects and strengths of the curriculum is what I'll just quickly run through. There's better structure and clarity for those of us that have looked at it. It is more clearly defined, more age appropriate, and better organized. For example, the digital literacy, we can see that they've moved it to start in primary 3 or something thereabouts. And then the subjects are more streamlined. There's minimal overloading and there's less memorization work. So students can be able to focus and understand better. The content is properly aligned now, and it is placed where it best fits. Many of you will recall one particular topic, domestic animals or farm animals. You will see it in basic science. Then you will see it again in agri science. Who can help me with the next subject? You will see it again in what? Social studies. Or you now see it in PhD. So these are things that they've sort of looked at and they've streamlined it so that teaching can be deeper and there can be more focus. Now, the competency and the value-based aspects of the curriculum is that the topics are now clearly aligned with skills. The skills that children should have, the competencies they should demonstrate, and the values that they should embody. So it's not just about knowledge. It's about application, it's about behavior and character. The changes that they should demonstrate if learning has actually taken place. And I'm telling you, as much as this seems to be positive, it has its consequences. So the new curriculum now provides defined teacher activities. And this is what I really want to encourage us. See, I know that there are lots of schemes of work that have been done and have been thrown into the market for us. And it's shortcut for us. Yes, it might be shortcut for our teachers, but as school leaders, it's important we sit down and understand these things and take a look at it. Just take it one by one. Teachers' activities are defined, structured students' activities, specified instructional material. So things are no longer left to chance. There's sort of an intentionality in the curriculum. And also, the aspect of assessment is also evolving. We now consider understanding, skills, and values, which opens doors for more activity-based learning, project-based learning, practical demonstrations, real-life problems, and most critically, it supports critical thinking, creativity, and communication. Because the future will not reward memorizers alone. It will reward thinkers and problem solvers. And that is where we're going. That is what they are challenging us. Now let me tell you our number one challenge, and you should take note of it. Teacher preparedness. The biggest challenge of this curriculum is that the teachers are used to a different system. So there's a lot of work that we have to do. Number one, mindsets. Number two, different teaching methods. Deeper lesson preparation. So it's important that we remember that curriculum is not just a document there, it's a living document. That's why it is reviewed consistently. That's why a curriculum is applied in school A, level A, and the children get different demonstrable competencies. Thank you very much. And then you go to level B or another school, and there's another competence that children are able to demonstrate. So it's deeper. So without teacher capacity, everything still remains theory. Number two is that lack of clear implementation guidelines. Despite the fact that we're excited about some competencies and values, some of them are still a bit abstract. And they are not, these ones tend to add limited details to guide us. So teachers need to be able to interpret, they need to be able to contextualize, and they must be creative. And this increases the demand on teachers. The other challenge for us is increased planning demand. It is no longer about just opening the book and teaching. It now requires structured planning, activity design, and resource preparation. Bearing in mind that the children that we're raising, they have access to the internet. They have access to that space. So we can't just copy and paste. We have to make sure that we internalize this curriculum and the deliveries expected into our classroom so that our children can demonstrate skills. So it's real work has shifted from classroom to preparation. Preparation is very key. And there are some resource constraints, just like we said. Instructional materials, meaning that the schools will now have to invest in teaching aids, practical tools, learning resources, but more importantly, we need to leverage technology. And technology, all we need is a smartphone. You don't need a very big wow board or interactive board or computers. We have them fine. But the minimum standard that we can use to deliver this is just a smartphone. A smartphone, and we're able to do what is needed. So our implementation requires financial commitment from ourselves. And just like I said, don't let us overstretch ourselves. Start with the smartphone, and then we can scale up as we go. Textbook and content gaps is another issue that we're already facing, because teachers don't need to probably combine multiple resources because it's still going to take time before textbooks come out. So we need to be more resourceful and we need to be very adaptive. But you know there's also a problem that is hanging by the door regarding textbook. How many of us followed the pronouncement of the Minister of Education about 2 months ago? Is it 2 months? No, it was last year, like in March. It was last year, where we are trying to put policies and processes in place so that children will not even exercise, so that children or students will not be buying books year in, year out. They think we are the problem, that we are the ones that want to get money from parents and make parents committed. They don't know that the publishers are also trying to protect themselves from piracy. And that is why every year they will change their textbook. And what do they change? 1 page. Next year they'll change their textbook. What do they change? Cover. So the government has failed to see the side of the publishers, and they are thinking it is us. So this also poses a challenge for us. Also mindset and assessment risk. There is the mindset challenge. We know that even we, as school owners, we all went through as teachers at some point. There is a tendency to want to resist change. And this is where it comes for us actually to be able to present the values and the benefits, the future outlook in particular of this new curriculum. Parents do love to copy notes, true or false? If you tell them that they should have dropped one note in one digital platform, they will tell you no. If they don't see notebooks filled up, they don't believe children are learned. But things are changing. So you need, there's a lot of intentionality and education that we need to do to our parents, to our students. And also exams are also changing. Exams is not just going to be recall-based. We know the Bloom's taxonomy of learning, from remembering to understanding to applying to analyzing to evaluating and to synthesizing. That's creative. So we should challenge, and that these are some of the dictates in the new curriculum. So we need to challenge ourselves and get our teachers to leave the belief out of the job. I'm sorry to do that, but that is just the the job done fast system to the system where children will actually attain their competency. We cannot claim to teach skills and assess it only by memory. If you are teaching skills, if you are teaching competencies, if you are teaching values, then they must be what? Demonstrated, not by memory-based learning. So what does this mean for the school? Number one, like I said, study the curriculum deeply. Number two, invest in teacher training and support. Number three, shift classroom practice to active learning. Number four, align assessment with skills and application as guided by the curriculum. Number five, provide necessary learning resources. I know the challenges we are facing, the inflation, the economy, Trump has added to our woes. I don't even know how we are going to manage our school buses next time, because I know what we are all going through. We survived this time, and now it's only God that knows what the price of fuel will be by the time we are resuming. All these things are bearing on us. Yes, parents that have paid school fees to us expect a service. They expect to see changes in their students. So the pressure gets back to us. 6, we need to engage parents in understanding the change. You cannot engage parents to understand change when we have not understood the change. So there is a need for us to know that things have changed, times have changed, and then more importantly, leverage technology. Schools that do this are schools that are not just for compliance. They are schools that we need. If you begin to take the steps of this one after the other, in another 1, 2, 3 years, we will begin to see the outcomes in our children. In conclusion, the new Nigerian curriculum brings both promise and responsibility. The prospects are clear. Better learning, stronger skills, more relevant education. But the challenges are also clear. Teacher readiness, resource demands, mindset shift. But the most important thing I want us to remember is this. It happens in the classroom. Those changes happen in the classroom. The curriculum happens in the classroom. It happens through teachers, and it can only happen through guided leadership, which we have to provide. So if we embrace this change with clarity, with commitment and courage, we will not just improve education, we will show the generation. Thank you very much. God bless our schools and our children. Mama, thank you so much for being here today. God bless you. And God bless everyone. Thank you.